Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to another exciting episode of Entab Presents CampusCare EdTalks, an exclusive platform where the stalwarts of education come on board to express their viewpoints on burning topics curbing the education fraternity. So, before I begin, let me quickly introduce Entab to you. We are a 20-year-old IT company engaged in providing matured and futuristic school ERP, CRM, and mobile apps to various schools spread across India and help transform them from good schools to the best schools. So today in Campus Care Ed Talks, we will pander about the diversified pedagogy in the year 2021. To all the guests present here with us on board and all the viewers who are watching us right now, wouldn't you agree that we have seen some drastic changes and we as a human beings have survived and adapted to the change? And our innate nature is to strive hard to make that change better. So let's begin our session and talk about the same. So let me introduce our guest for today. Our first guest of the day is a real motivator. She has been leading the Bright Scholar Senior Secondary School Sonipat as a principal since 2005. Owing to her remarkable career, ma'am has received various awards and accolades like the Best Principal Award, and ma'am was famously honored by the Ministry of Youth Affairs and Sports, Government of India, for promoting games for all disabilities. Please welcome Kiran Dalal, ma'am. Welcome to Campus Care Ed Talks, ma'am.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
And next we have the founder and director, head of school and senior principal at the Harvest International School, Bangalore, and holds an experience of 31 years. Ma'am has dedicated herself effortlessly towards uplifting the education fraternity. And over the long years, ma'am has received several awards and accolades like the highly effective Edupreneurs and of India, Alert Knowledge Services, and ma'am was yet again recognized for the 100 highly effective principles AKS Knowledge Services. Please welcome Dr. Dakshayini Kanna, ma'am. Welcome to Campus Care Ed Talks, ma'am.
Thank you so much.
Our third guest of the day is an outstanding visionary, and ma'am is the executive principal of Shri Global School, Greater Noida. Ma'am has dedicated herself to training, guiding, and counseling young scholars as well as teachers. And ma'am is a great motivator who has made dynamic changes to elevate the teaching and learning process standards under her able leadership. Please welcome Geeta Varshneya, ma'am. Ma'am, welcome to Campus Care Ed Talks.
Thank you.
And last but not the least, we have with us the principal of Surajkund International School, Faridabad. And ma'am is dedicated educationist who has dedicated more than a decade to the education fraternity. And ma'am takes it a point to personally engage with the students and teachers for their successful development. Due to her commendable approach towards education, ma'am was recognized by various prestigious awards and accolades. Please welcome Shubhrata Singh, ma'am. Ma'am, welcome to Campus Care Ed Talks.
Thank you. Thank you very much for calling us and give a very good platform for discussion.
Thank you so much, ma'am. It's our pleasure to have you, all of you here. So, ma'am, moving on, let's begin the webinar. I think there is some. Okay, so I'll start with Dakshayini, ma'am. Ma'am, we all know that technology has set its deep roots in India's education fraternity, and technology was part of our curriculum back then, but it is now only that technology has become a mandate for all. So, keeping the concept of diversified pedagogy in mind, what are the technological tools you use to enhance your school's learning process at your school under your able leadership? Ma'am, you're on mute.
See, this is the problem we have with technology.
Of course, ma'am.
Illiterates with technology, now learning how to use it. See, basically, thank you very much. First, I would take this opportunity to thank Entab for giving this opportunity to meet panelists who are highly, learned and to exchange views. And absolutely, you just think of it, the very idea of having technology in the classroom. Imagine a kid came with a mobile phone. We were always, averse to the idea of allowing mobile phones or any communicative technology. Of course, we were using all smart boards and things like that to actually learn, for teaching learning process. But when it became mandatory for all of us, I think we never had any choice. The teachers had to actually jump into the sea. And there were only two ways. If you swim, you make history. If you drown, you become history. That is the only possibility that we had. And we started using it much more effectively. I'm proud of all the teachers, not only my teachers, but everybody for using it so effectively right now that it has become a part of their teaching process. I don't think they are missing out on any teaching. The only thing probably they are missing is that connect that was there between the students and the teachers, that small pat on the back, the smile, being together. That is what they're missing. Otherwise, they have become experts in teaching. When you look at our schools, we don't have too many special kids and inclusion, processes, but are there. But I think it is a blessing in disguise when you're looking at technology being used. There are a lot of tools which are making children involved. And from a teacher-centered pedagogy, wherein we used to say we are the, people who are transferring knowledge and standing on sage on the stage and then talking about guide on side, we have become co-learners now along with all the students. We are learning every day from each other, from students. So it has given an opportunity for every student to express himself or herself depending upon the kind of planning that the teacher does. It is really, really important for us to understand that planning is the most important thing that we are actually looking into. In our school, basically, we definitely have a system where all of us sit together and decide on what are the things that are going to be incorporated into the classroom. Flip learning has become a model right now. We are actually looking at flip learning as basic thing wherein the children are going to learn and come to the class. And some of the tools that we are Microsoft and Google tools that are available for everybody. The things that we keep in mind is accessibility for all the kids, and then individual attention to be given to children who require any kind of special, requirement that is there. Or more onus on the child depending upon how capable of him being able to use the technology, and more collaboration units. There are three kinds of tools that we use. One is student engagement tools. What are the ones that we are using? Second, student collaboration tools. How exactly they are collaborating and working. And the third becomes student assessment tools. Some of them that we are using is Google Docs, Microsoft Forms, Padlet, and then audio video as such, for the flip learning, Wakelet, Mentimeter. There are a lot more of things that teachers are using depending upon the interest of the student. It has become very easy for handling students which are slightly on the hyper side because gamification tools are available which are being used extremely well. Some of the teachers I saw in their classrooms using technology like text highlighters if there is a problem with the vision of the child, and text to speech. All these, technology is being used wonderfully. I think it's an opportunity for us to engage with the student and especially give them what they really, deserve. And definitely, this is going to be the norm. That's what I feel. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. Rightly said. And moving on to Geeta, ma'am, what are your thoughts? Ma'am, you're on mute.
Like we just heard Dakshayini just now, and it was a similar struggle for every school. But I guess we have all come out winners, and I can see the classes much more vibrant, and teachers also far ahead in the usage of technology. So when we started in, I think 1st April, we started our, first session with the students. We were thinking that this is going to be a temporary phase, but a little ahead in April, we realized that no, this is going to be there for some time, and so it was necessary to, devise and learn and adapt to the new technology. So first was exploring all the platforms, and we realized that each platform has its own good points. So whether it is MS Teams, whether it is Google Hangouts or Zoom, so the teachers had a choice, and very soon they also devised that how they can use, common IDs and passwords for using any of these platforms, and that was also amazing. And then the need was that how to do group work, and there the breakaway rooms of Zoom came in very handy. Then there was need again to do some forms of assessments where we largely used Google Forms and MS Teams also. Then when they wanted to do quiz and stuff, so Kahoot and so Padlet, and when they wanted discussions, so
Um, okay, I think there is ma'am is stuck due to some technology issue. I will move on to Kiran ma'am. Ma'am, what about you?
Thank you so much. First of all, I would like to thank you for inviting me to this event and
Thank you.
sharing all our views. We all principals, when we sit together, we do a lot of brainstorming. It's always good to learn from each other what we are doing and how we are helping. And this is the strength of technology. See, technology has been with us since long. I mean, it was already there in the curriculum. We were all using it. But most of the times, we as teachers, we as principals, we used to shy away from it. We used to hide away. Okay, we'll do it, we'll see. And the content which was provided, lots of people were working very hard on providing the content, the curriculum, digital learning content. But many of the people, many of us were not ready to take it. I mean, there are n number of reasons. Maybe we were not very smart enough to use technology. We were not ready to use these tools which are there. But now technology has become very friendly. And again, I say it's a blessing. The biggest blessing that I must say during pandemic is that everyone has become tech savvy. We have
Right,
all
ma'am.
learned technology so well. We have all become truly digitalized, and everyone is learning now. Even if it's a grandparent or a mother or a child or a teacher or a principal or director, everyone was into learning phase. And we have adopted technology so well. We have become so comfortable, and it does two things. When we talk of technology, it's not only the hardware; it is the software also. So first challenge when technology started was the hardware, because even and the smartphone is again a blessing. This discovery of smartphones and everyone having smartphone, at least one smartphone in their homes, was again a very good thing which supported the use of technology during pandemic, and not only pandemic, to improve education, online teaching. This was a great help. So first thing, because most of the people were handling smartphones, and through smartphones, technology was available to each and every person. And the only thing was to learn to handle various type of softwares and various type of apps which were designed by people, educators, or the content developers, or we talk of tech, so many people, Entab also, which came in, and so many applications were there. So these applications came to us, and we shared with the parents. And school apps were also designed, customized school apps. So these were the certain things which came in through technology. Then, we never knew about what Zoom is. We never thought of using an app like Zoom and Microsoft Teams or Google. We never thought of it, and suddenly we thought of using, and we explored. Everyone explored, and there were many options. But the challenge which was there was again to reach to every child. So technology and more gadgets were provided. It brought up like laptops were there, smartphones were there, iPads were there. So these were the hardware which were there. So technology it has been a blessing, and it has improved education, and it has made our work very easy. And now we feel so confident that even if suppose a teacher is not present, or maybe on leave, or maybe due to some problems that it's not available, always the recorded material is there.
Right,
So
ma'am.
the videos are there, or the PowerPoint presentations are there. They can be shared with the students, and it has become a very good thing which we have been using. And we in school are using a lot of things, lot of apps we are using, lots of gadgets we are using, and there are various means and modes. I think everyone is using, and they're using it very smartly and very effectively. It has given us a greater support to deliver our content. And
I think ma'am's internet is stuck. I'll just move on to Shubhrata ma'am. Ma'am, what technological tools you are using in your school?
Yeah, very, very thankful to you to given the opportunity to speak on this platform and share our points which we have faced during epidemic situation. So I want to say that this technology has given a lot to us because earlier only for little work we have to call our computer teacher. That only computer teacher can draft some text on computer or in hard print we require something we have to call computer teacher. If any other technology problem is there, we have to call for that also the computer teacher. This each and every task is for only the computer teacher. But now our each and every teacher, it is NTT or pre-primary section, primary section or seniors, everyone is working on the same platform. Everyone is sitting at home and teaching by taking care of themselves and their family also, and even taking classes. So this is a very good thing. By sitting at home, everyone has given their time to their students without any loss. Entire year the situation was same for everyone that the students are sitting at home and not taking classes by physically present in the school. So they are not able to learn anything. But after this scenario, we thought no. One option is there, that is the best part of technology. If we can teach to them by using all these technology, our old and even senior citizen teachers also learn that technology and how to open the Zoom link and how to connect with MS Teams to our students, give them classwork, homework, explanation part. Even we have conducted our whole entire year, all the periodic assessments and examinations term 1 on that same platform. So we have already used all the things, and basically our teachers also get one more thing that is profitable for us, we can say. If a student is present and saying that ma'am no, I am not present that day, so we can show them, see the attendance, you are present in the online, it is record with us, so you have to show all the work of that day also. Even our small kids teacher are conducted many great activities on that, means 15th of August or 26th Jan also, Christmas programs, other meetings. Parents are also including with the studies of their child. They have seen how the teachers are planning for all the entire syllabus. So it is very good thing because by sitting at home, parents also many times they say this statement, we don't know what you people are teaching. But now we have a good option, sir. Please sit with your child and see how we are teaching and what your student is going to be learn with us. And what is the problem we are facing and what the problem by that your child can overcome. So with the support of parents also, this is a very good thing. We can rectify the problems at the same time because they are also present in that case, and small kids are also by the help of the parents, I can say, because without the help of parent it is not possible. Small kids from 3 years, 4 years, 5 years are not able to handle all these things because they enjoy the games, so they have taken online classes, and that is very much means not say experience of us is that it is suspected for that everyone students is going to be take online classes of nursery or kg also, but no, in this pandemic situation we have shown that yes, technology is good for us if we are going to take the benefits, because limits and demerits both are here. If we are not going to do the proper way, we will get the problems also, because sometimes students are going to mute the teachers. Sometimes they don't want to take class, they say that ma'am, network issue. Like right now also we have seen some few candidates or few our guests, due to network issue they have not
Right.
completed their speech. So this is also some technology issue, but this is network issue. Even sometimes we are trying to connect with others, but due to server problem, we are not connecting with us. But the scenario is that, or the benefit is that by this we can learn many things and we can reach to others. It is very easy, because see the example right now, we are sitting from many other cities of the our country, and we
Right.
are discussing on same platform. I am from Faridabad, one ma'am is from Bangalore, and from other is Sonipat. One is in from Greater Noida. Everyone is sitting in different cities, even from different states, and we are talking on the same platform and discussing with on one point, and many one is going to listen us what we are going to give deliver here. So it is a very good benefits of these technology, but one thing is that this technology, if we use in proper manner, then only we can get benefits. Other some demerits also there, we have to take care of all that things. So technology support us. So very thankful I am to you.
Thank you so much, ma'am. And yes, that is true. Technology, we have to use technology safely. So, ma'am, moving on, Geeta, ma'am. This I'll just go with you right now because you were disconnected in between. We all know that India is a dynamic country and it consists of all the students across the globe, and it is a land of multicultural ethnicity. So, ma'am, as an educator, what specific practices do you consider essential to display diversified pedagogy at your school?
See, as a school, also we have diversified, our own demography also, because we are in a place in Greater Noida where 99% of the people have come from outside,
Right, ma'am.
different parts of the country. And all, I mean, Assam, Jharkhand, Chennai, South states, Rajasthan. So they are, or maybe Uttaranchal. So we have people coming from different parts, and a lot of people who have stayed abroad and then come back to India. So we also have a very diversified population in our own school. And obviously, the needs are to look after the needs of each one. See, in education, we have to be very, very careful. It is a service industry. And if you look at service industry, that is the main protocol that you have to follow, that each one's needs are different. You know, why you go to a tailoring shop, why do you go there? Because your need, your size is different. It's the same thing. Every child is a unique potential entity in the world, and the need of the child is bound to be different. So, when a teacher has to teach, she has to keep in mind that she should reach out to even the last child in the class. So, how to do that? So, first of all, she has to be aware of different learning styles, different ways in which children have, developed their own multiple intelligences and they learn. So she has to know her kids. And there are various ways in which she can do that. And then it is important for her to follow the lessons, the concepts in different ways and not just one way. To explain this, I'll give you an example. So we had a case a couple of years ago where a child was not able to understand a concept in geometry. And the teacher took a remedial class and taught the same thing again, and still the child was not able to understand. So the reason was that the teacher had one way of explaining, which was probably a traditional method on the board, but the child needed something else. So the child needed a practical, hands-on, learning of the concept, or a visual presentation, or a multimedia, explanation. So what we say in schools is that if the child is not able to learn, then teach the child the way the child will learn. So all that was needed was that you explain the same thing in different experiential ways and the child will learn. Because the mind is having that potential. The only thing is the way of learning of each child is different. I mean, everybody is unique. And no, there's no other Geeta Varshneya. I know that. So it's the same with every child. So whenever we have this in our mind, then the teacher tries that, okay, if you have not understood in this manner, then we have to explain it in another manner. And with technology, it is possible. You can use. So the kids have been doing experiments, science experiments also at home. They have been doing, hands-on things also. They have been doing virtual tours also of, countries and museums because there are no excursions, physical excursions happening. But then all that is possible. We just concluded in December an international youth competition, and 5 countries participated in that, where a very simple thing like grade 7, 8 students had to make a film on my Santa story of 90 seconds. And we just wanted to know what is the feeling of a Santa Claus for a child, or a good deed for a child sitting in UK or Israel or Nepal or India. So it brought together so much. So technology enables a lot of, and I think technology enables inclusion in a better way. And we are all, better off after a year of pandemic because we have explored so many different ways of, using technology and reaching out to the kids. And one thing which, just now I heard we have to emphasize, this pandemic had led school-home collaboration to another level, because it is the parents whose constant support is needed. Whether you are doing a special assembly, you want the child to perform in a particular background, and you are communicating with the parents how we can create that background. So this is what has emerged as a very good force behind bringing students, parents, teachers, school, everybody together to produce something beautiful. So I guess so far it's been great. I think even when we come back to physical school, we will be using a lot of this. And this has helped in making, addressing the diverse needs of the diverse population. This is how. Language is no more a barrier. You have translations available.
Right.
This is what has helped. Thank you.
That is correct, ma'am. And moving on to Kiran, ma'am. Ma'am, what essential pedagogies you think that you taking in your school? Kiran, ma'am.
See, diversified pedagogy. Yes. Can you hear me?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. I can.
Hello?
Yes, ma'am. I
Am
can.
I audible?
Yes, ma'am.
Hello?
Hello.
Yeah, I can hear you. Can you
Ma'am,
hear me?
you are audible. Yes, ma'am. I can hear you.
Di- Diversified pedagogy, if we talk about diversification, children are coming from various places. Not only in the, I mean, every school has diversified people around, and the culture of the classroom has to be according to all the students who are coming in the class. It's not so easy. What we say, what we talk, what we want, that is different. We want every child to be taken care of. We want every child that hand holding, no one should be left behind. Every child should be taken forward.
I think ma'am's internet is not working properly at all. I'll move on to Shubhrita, ma'am.
Yes.
Ma'am, as we're talking about, what specific practices do you consider that are essential to display the diversified pedagogy at your school?
Yeah, because where the place I am sitting, many interior places students are also coming to join our school. Like Rajasthan is nearby us, and Uttar Pradesh is there. Even from Uttarakhand, also some students are there. From Bihar, many one is working in NCR region, so students are from there. So the different places the students come to join us and started their studies here. So we have to teach them at one platform. So we have to think first their thoughts, what they are thinking, or how can we explain the things by that they can understand the points. So first we have to start to understand our students, and after understanding their views, after their thoughts, we are giving them more and more classes from smart class.
Right.
Because a smart class is a good technology, because with the very bright colors, many things is easy to make them understand. If we are talking about the small kids, rhymes, because rhymes is a very good in listening when they are in rhyming words, and in rhymes with the music, students are going to get learn easy. If they are not understand, but they learn their tone and tunings, so they are going to easy repeat that with their teachers, with their that smart classes, with their music systems. So it is very easy to learn by them, and speech also by them. So student and parents are also catch that part कि if by this we are giving again and again the practices, so students are very get freedom for learning all these points. And in science teaching also, I feel that smart classes work very good, because while teaching the some project work, some practical works, earlier when we were students, we learned the things on the paper and pen, and all these things, if the diagram is only in the books, we can got the information by reading the things. But now the days has been changed, and everything we can do as a working process. If circulatory system we have to teach, it is very easy, because how the hearts work we can see in the picture, and even the video of that we can see the how the blood comes to that veins, and how it go through in entire body of ours. So it is very easy with the help of technology only. Without technology, it is not easy to make them understand the each and every process, exact process. Even in second term, I can say ki if we are seeing the picture in the books, then we can see the images of that picture. It is not give or create actual image in our mind. Like if a small mouse is there and a small giraffe is there, for a small kid it is both size same. We are making the small mouse, and inside of that we can make a small giraffe, because the book size is that much only. But when we can show it on multimedia, it will be a very big space on that ki yeah, this is a small mouse and this is the big giraffe. So student can very good differentiation in between that what is the small or tiny animals and what is big or huge or tall animals. It is very easy to understand them. So this technology is also giving a actual image of that particular things or particular project or any items which we are going to explain them. Even in geometry, ma'am has told just in geometry it is easy to explain on 3D ideas. With compass we can show the angles, that yes, now the thing has been circulated like this, and after a circular motion the things go like this, how the friction works, how the motion works, how the things come down to earth, and how the gravitational force attract each other. So these things we are using with the technology. If we are going to explain all these things, it is very easily the pictures uh, feedback is that in the student minds it create image, and in while giving the examination also they're doing very well, because the image is clear, the concept is clear, and they have to only form the sentences and given the answer. So this part is very good for them to clear the things, what is actually going on. And while learning the things, the perfect information or perfect concept should be clear to learn any point or any topic of that. Even in teaching history, We can't show the architectures of earlier things, but while using this technology we can show the architecture of ancient time. And it is a very big difference between teaching with the books and with the technology. So right now the technology helps students to make the things clear, concept should be clear, and it is very easy to learn method by sitting at one place. For others also, some students are only learn that much which teacher going to deliver, but by this process they can learn as much as they can. If interest is created, that students want to search more and more things from that part. So if a student is going to be create any question in their mind, so they will get the answer immediately by that technology, and the concept should be clear, and that part is very easy to learn for them. So technology supports in this, so we are giving more and more technology support for their studies. Even book, paper, pen is also supporting them, because without any practice, without any exercise, they don't learn for a long time. But concept clearing part is very much helpful by the technology. And our maths teacher and science teacher are very much used to of all these technology. Even our small kids are also very much happy with this smart classes. It is very, now it is going to be 10 years old in our school, but till now our small students are very much interesting for that, if they are going to learn the rhymes or colors, shapes while on the smart boards. So these things are there to learn, and being the picture images clear, and they can learn for a long term. This, it is very easy to convert from short term memory to the long term memory, when the you can learn the things with the images also and with the concept also. Thank you.
Right, ma'am. So, Dakshayini ma'am, as we are discussing about diversified pedagogy, and I'm sure keeping the educational process always interesting is quite challenging. So, what are the particular challenges you witnessed while adopting such diversified pedagogy? And as a leader of your school, how did you overcome such hurdles?
Basically, inclusive pedagogy, as Geeta ma'am rightly put it across, will depend upon what kind of demography that we have inside the classroom. Sometimes what happens is to the extent of even a class having a different demography than that of the school. So we are all in cities where children are coming. I would say 40% come from North India, and we have remaining kids coming from different states, and we also have RTE kids, right to education, wherein these children have a lot of problem with the language when they enter. So, looking at the demography, what you need to do is you need to actually make a plan that will have diversified methods, a differential method taking into consideration their learning needs, their learning styles, the teaching styles that teachers they have. All these have to be taken into consideration basically when you're looking at how a diversified curriculum can come into this here. The challenges that we have faced right now is one, mindsets.
Right, ma'am.
The mindsets of all stakeholders. I would definitely put in parents there. They don't want to accept that there is a need for a different kind of teaching for their kid. In the case of special need kids, the mindset of teachers, no, no, no. If there is a special child, or a child who doesn't know the language, this is going to be somebody else's responsibility, not mine. A special educator should take care, or a teacher who actually knows that language should take care. It is not my problem anymore. I have seen teachers dropping their responsibility in such cases. Luckily, we normally get into a process wherein all of us, the challenges are going to be multitude. Sometimes we do not have the resources that are required to actually cater to the needs of that particular child or a group of children or whatever. So, or the know how, because every teacher today might be ready to take up this challenge and then get in those pedagogical processes, but they're not trained. There are many times they're trying their best, but they're not able to succeed. Now, these are some of the challenges which can be overcome because principal or academic head being the pedagogical leader first need to know the diversity, demography of their school. What are the different kinds of children that are available? What are going to be the needs of the day? As Geeta ma'am beautifully put it, it can be a lot of options that are given for learning. It can be, you're talking about multiple intelligences, you're talking about hands on work that the children do. How much of it is possible in the given facilities of the school, and also taking into consideration the qualification and the kind of teachers that we have? So that planning is very, very important because inclusion is the norm of the day. You can't run away from it. It has to be a part of it because every child is different and every child will have a different kind of need. First, we decide on the norms, and then we make teacher realize and acknowledge that this is the need of the day and I have to work towards it. That comes from within the teacher. You can't push anything onto the teacher. She says, okay, I need to go out of my traditional way of teaching. Now I am going to be a part of this team where I'm going to learn side by side and I'm going to implement it. That is the second step that will come. Now, the third step is going to be collaboratively working with parents, sometimes with children, because they are the best people who can give you ideas of how they can learn better. Then you have special educators and counselors in the school and teachers as such among themselves. So while planning, the initial planner has to be made in a collaborative way where ideas of all of these stakeholders are to be taken to make the complete pedagogical plan or annual plan, whatever we call it as. And especially when you look at NEP, there's a lot of stress that is given for inclusion here. So considering all these things, taking care of our limitations, which is again challenge that we come across, we need to have a plan which is customized for our school. It may not be suitable for Shubrita ma'am's school. It may not be suitable for Geeta ma'am's school because they are located somewhere else and their needs could be somewhere else. So every principal and senior teachers, coordinators, whomever, whatever you call them as, have to sit and decide about this first, without which you won't be able to. So the last part is going to be actually practicing, So put everything that we have planned into action, get into the classrooms and see our vision or whatever we have planned, is it happening in the class or not? All those things have to be taken. And finally, we need to actually commit to our belief. We believe that we are going to cater for every child. Have we done? This reflection has to happen, sometimes periodically, sometimes at the end of the year. We all sit together. We wanted to teach children who are slow learners. We wanted to teach RT kids. We wanted to teach physically disabled kids in the same way and bring them up to the level. Did our plan work? If it hasn't worked, what else we can do? So it is again a collaborative reflection. And for the next year, we actually redo the planning. I think these are the challenges, and it gives a thrill when a child like that comes to what your expected goal is, and then the goal is going to be different for different children. Absolutely. They set it themselves with the help of their teachers and parents. And it's amazing how inclusion can work as a whole. And the school becomes mini society. Tomorrow, children can live with each other beautifully, working with each other, and they accept people as they are. And I think that is the goal that we need to reach. Thank you.
Right, ma'am. So, Geeta ma'am, would you like to add something to it?
Yes, definitely. In fact, there are two areas where we have not touched yet. One is assessment. Technology made it possible to assess in different ways because teachers are, for lower classes, are checking even work on the phone, sent on WhatsApp and sending it back. So many more mediums emerged. And also, one challenge that were there for middle and senior classes was that you could give many questions which children could just find out from Google because they would find the answer and give it to the teacher. So it became more challenging for the teachers to make the assessment, question papers. They had to think. It became more application based. And we also found that the portfolio of assessment also grew. I see a lot more videos of students coming in as submissions. where they are explaining the experiment they did and their findings, where they are performing and sending. So you see, this was not happening earlier. And this has brought us to another beautiful change, which is that kids have become more tech savvy. We hear that this is a kind of change that is happening, that there is no more difference between producers and consumers anymore on the internet. I mean, a lot of my students have their own YouTube channel. So it's something that has come up and which has evolved teachers also. So, once they know, because I could see this happening in the classes, which is the second beautiful thing I wanted to talk about. I think because we were all at home and there wasn't a lot of administrative work happening in school, we as supervisors got a chance to observe classes from home and give instant feedback to the teacher that, okay, this is working and this is not working, you could try this out. So that feedback was something which made their online teaching and learning very, very effective. This was not possible. When the school is on, we could hardly observe one or two classes. But when we were at home, right from 9 o'clock till 1:40, when the classes used to happen, I could actually observe so many classes, go to different classes also, and see what's happening. So that observation helped a lot in our own growth as teachers. And a lot of reflection could happen when, Dakshayini was talking about it, which is something which we long for in a school. Any growing school, any learning organization has to reflect on what worked, what did not work. And this was possible because we were all at home, there was nothing else to do, so we could, have meetings also following the classes. So, these two things were also very different. They were not there earlier. They only happened when the online classes happened. So that's what I wanted to add. Thank you.
Thank you so much, ma'am. And ma'am, before closing the webinar, any advice that you would like to give to our future scholars?
I think the future scholars have the whole world open to them. I think they are growing up in a time of opportunity. You see, they say it's a crisis, but every crisis is a huge opportunity. They are going to, in a way, rebuild the whole world. So they have a lot of opportunity open to them. It is also clear to them that, you see, now Delhi University allowing two courses to happen. It is also clear that they can do so many things at one time. So I think kids are ready for a world where in the first 15 years only they can learn so much more. They can do a regular course, they can do an online course, and they can work. They can, as I said, a few of my kids in grade 11 and 12 have started actually working, editing videos or making, ad films for companies. So this is something which has come now to, especially to India. So this is a very good time for them, but they should not waste it. And yes, the first and foremost thing that they should always keep in mind is to build on a very good and sturdy physical and emotional health system. A routine where they are able to sustain, these kinds of crises that will happen in future. That's my advice. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. And moving to Dakshayini, ma'am, what advice would you give?
Thank you. My advice would be definitely on their health and emotions. They're doing a lot, and I think they're missing the interaction, and they're not able to express themselves to the physical activities, the dances, the theater that used to happen in the school. It's only knowledge and then, academic thing that is happening right away, though we try to involve certain things. So my advice would be definitely take care of yourselves. Have the resilience. Make sure that you have a routine that you had when you came to school. Do not have a haphazard way of doing things. Structure your lives at home. Along with that, take care and take care of your family, take care of your friends, be empathetic, not only to others but to yourself. You're doing wonderfully well. Please ensure that you have the self control and the resilience. That's all my thing is, because they need to be very, very strong emotionally, physically, and mentally, along with being good at technology and doing a lot of things together. That is going to be my advice. Thank you.
Thank you so much, ma'am. And Shubrita, ma'am.
Yeah, very good afternoon. That I want to give a suggestion to the students only that after using these technology, you are in the reach of each and everything. So, like many things are for eating, eatable items are too much in our agricultures, but we have to pick the nutritious and healthy food. So, same thing is in the technology. Many thing is there. It is in your reach, but only pick out the things which you give some benefits and you can take the uses of that in positive way. Don't pick out the negative things, don't pick out the things which can give you a wrong path, because all the paths are open for you. You have to select the path which is going to give you a bright future. It is important in student life only that you have to select your path, because when a time is going to be finished, then nothing is in your hand. So try to choose the correct path with this good technology and advanced technology. Have a great future to all of you.
One more
And
thing I would like to add here:
yes, ma'am.
be grateful. Be grateful for everything. Be grateful for your parents. Be grateful for your teachers because they're doing the best that they can. And be grateful to the opportunity that God has given to ensure that you are taken care of, as well as, you learn a lot of things at home. That's it.
Thank you so much, ma'am. Thank you so much, Geeta, ma'am. And Kiran, ma'am was not here due to some technical issues. And Dakshayini, ma'am, and Shubrita, ma'am, and Geeta, ma'am, thank you so much for joining in today and sharing your valuable time and all the insights that you have shared. And thank you so much for all the viewers for joining in today. And take care, stay safe, as just ma'am said, and be grateful for everything.
Thank you. Thank you very
Thank
much.
you, ma'am.